to episode 7 of Cloud Tech 10 for the 24th of April 2017. I'm Mark and I'm going to tell you all the latest news about Microsoft Azure from the past week in 10 minutes or less. Support is now available for accessing Azure file storage from on-premises computers running Ubuntu 17.04. This feature has been available for Windows for some time now, but support for Linux operating systems is being added, starting with Ubuntu 17.04. This feature works out of the box, so no extra setup is needed. To use Azure file storage with an Ubuntu 17.04 server, first you need to check that TCP port 445 is accessible. You can use the nmap command to check this and verify that port 445 is open. Next, you just need to use the mount command to connect to Azure file storage. In the Azure portal, open the storage account containing your files, then choose Files. Then here you can select Connect. Then down here you can see the command line needed to connect your Linux server to Azure file storage. All you will need to modify is the location on the Linux server where the files will be mounted. Let's cut and paste that command line into our Ubuntu server. And now if we change into the directory where we mounted Azure file storage, we can see the files on that share. The Azure IoT Suite Connected Factory pre-configured solution has been built to help those in the manufacturing industry learn how they can build smart factories. The solution is built on the Azure IoT Suite and has been published open source on GitHub, along with some Docker containers that can be used as part of the solution. There's also a demo environment you can interact with. This shows a summary global dashboard for a simulated factory environment, with reporting, alerts and alert escalation for all locations. It shows how you can drill down to the information for a specific factory and access KPIs, production line details and alerts. You can also view production lines, data for specific machines and targeted alerts for that location. And you can drill down to the individual machines and deep dive into their data, or take action against alerts that have been raised. Azure Time Series Insights is a fully managed cloud service with storage, analytics, and visualization components that make it easy to ingest, store, explore, and analyze billions of events simultaneously. Time Series Insights gives you a global view of your data, letting you quickly validate your IoT solutions and avoid costly downtime to mission-critical devices by helping you discover hidden trends and anomalies, and conduct root cause analysis in near real time. Time Series Insights ingests time series data from event brokers such as Azure IoT Hubs or Azure Event Hubs, indexes the data, and retires it based on a configurable retention policy. The data can be consumed either through a web-based user interface or through a REST API. If you go to insights.timeseries.azure.com, you can access a demo environment that you can experiment with to get a feel for how Azure Time Series Insights works. At the top you'll find the time selection panel. You can select a time period that you want to analyze and click the search button. You'll then see a line chart showing the events over time. Within the line chart you can select an area, right click and choose Explore Events to access the raw data. You can choose the columns that are displayed here. You can also download data in CSV or JSON format, making it easy to extract data of interest and send that data elsewhere. Clicking on Stats displays a collection of configurable statistics about your raw data. You can modify the default term from here. Let's update this to search for Factory 1 and display the pressure data by station. Or I could add a new term, so let's add Factory 1's temperature data by station. You can perform ad hoc filtering from here. Let's say I just want to view the pressure and temperature data for Station 5. I just type Station 5 into this box here to do that. A preview of the new Data Explorer for DocumentDB is now available in the Azure portal. Currently, the tools in the portal for working with DocumentDB data are spread between the Browse, Scale, Settings, Document Explorer, Query Explorer, and Script Explorer tabs. DocumentDB Data Explorer integrates all of these into a new user interface. You can browse databases and collections and see details for scale and settings, stored procedures, user-defined functions, and triggers. From the Documents view, you can add new documents, write and execute new queries, and examine individual documents. This week saw some updates to Azure Analysis Services. First, the service is out of preview and is now generally available. Along with the GA announcement, new features have also been added. A basic tier is now available in addition to the standard and developer tiers. Basic is designed to support smaller workloads with simpler refresh and processing needs at lower cost. Basic does not support some specific features. Standard supports larger sizes and higher QPUs for concurrent queries and adds data partitioning for improved processing, translations, perspectives, and direct query. If you don't need these features, then the basic tier may be the right option. And if you later find that you do need these features, you can easily scale up from basic to standard. Improved integration with Azure Active Directory has also been added. Newly created Analysis Services servers will now be tied to the Azure Active Directory tenant that your Azure subscription is associated with. Users from within that AD tenant will, if granted access, be able to use Analysis Services. When creating a new Analysis Services server, you'll see that you're now prompted to choose an administrator from your Azure Active Directory. The third new feature is support for backup and restore. Backup is easily configured from the backup link here by simply selecting an Azure storage account where your backup information can be stored. The Microsoft Cognitive Services Face API, Computer Vision API, and Content Moderator API are now generally available. The Face API detects human faces and compares similar ones, organises people into groups according to visual similarity, and identifies previously tagged people and their emotions in images. Computer Vision API gives you the tools to understand the contents of any image. It creates tags that identify objects, people like celebrities or actions in an image, and creates coherent sentences to describe it. You can now detect landmarks and handwriting in images. Handwriting detection is a preview feature. Content Moderator provides machine-assisted moderation of text and images augmented with human review tools. Video moderation is available in preview as part of Azure Media Services. Let's take a quick look at the Computer Vision API in action. There are some images you can experiment with on the Computer Vision API page. If I choose this picture of a London tube station, you can see that the API quickly determines that this is a picture of a platform at a station and is fairly confident that it's also a subway station. Choosing this image of a man swimming, again the API is pretty confident that this is a picture of somebody swimming and estimates that the person in the picture is a male around 38 years old. And in this group photo you can see how the API has made what look like pretty good guesses as to the gender and age of the people here. Let's look at the API's ability to recognise landmarks. I live near the city of Canterbury in the United Kingdom, and here we have a well-known landmark, Canterbury Cathedral. Let's see if the API can recognise it. And sure enough, it does, and with a pretty high confidence rating. Finally, let's check out the ability to recognise celebrities. I don't know who this is, and I don't know what he wants, but let's see if the API can figure it out. And again, the API seems pretty confident in its estimation that this is Liam Neeson. That's all for Cloud Tech 10 this week. Don't forget, tell your friends, like, share and subscribe, or follow me on Twitter. I'll see you next week. Cheers for watching. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe and follow me on Twitter for more.